Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of What's That?
Sister chat.
Yes, and we are so excited today to talk about what everybody has been talking about. And
Yeah.
y'all know who I'm talking about. We're talking about the Teddy Riley versus Babyface um, verses that Swiss Beats and Timbaland put together, and this was done on IG Live. And you guys know, or most of you guys probably know, because it was crazy, that they had to do a couple of takes of IG Live to get this to happen. So I know that for those of you who didn't see the first take, it was last week, and it was honestly it was amazing to me because it was very entertaining. Okay, the long and short of it, as y'all probably saw the memes and all of this. Teddy Riley came to give y'all a concert. He came to like show out. He showed up and came to show out. He had about 12, 15 people in the room. Supposed to be social distancing, but we'll talk about that later. Another topic for another day. But he had a bunch of people in the room. He had a big screen TV behind him. He had a DJ booth. He had a DJ, even two microphones. He had a backup dancer. I'm telling you, and Breon is not just a backup dancer. Okay, he's also a producer, and he has produced for some of the biggest names in the industry. So in a DJ. So just to say that, but he was backup dancing that night. He was like getting it. Okay. So that's how Teddy Riley came, and Babyface basically just came with him in a room and a phone, like, and he kept it really simple. And basically, Babyface's music was like right on point. The sound was really good, but Teddy Riley's music kept on messing up. It was like a bunch of echo, and people in the comments were complaining, I can't hear, it's too much echo, it's too much noise. And I even got on there and I sent Teddy Riley a message in the DM like, hey, turn off your microphones. You could just use them as props. You don't really need real microphones because your phone is all you need when you're on IG Live. That's it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they started playing music. It didn't really work. People were complaining. I think Teddy Riley got really frustrated and upset. And so they ended up calling it a night early, and we didn't get to see the whole show. I think they each only played maybe 3 songs each. So we know like they were supposed to play 20 songs each. So it's supposed to be 20 rounds. That didn't happen the first night. But okay.
Yes.
Swiss Beats and Timbaland, the creators of Verses, which, they did create this after they saw a bunch of other Instagrammers doing these Verses challenges, like local DJs. And so shout out to the local DJs and local producers who came up with this concept, because this is a dope concept. And, thank you to Swiss Beats and Timbaland for saying, hey, you know what, let's get the actual artist to like create this legendary moment. So with that being said, Monday, April 20th, 2020.
420, by the way.
420. Y'all know who that is. 420, 2020, the world got to experience magic. So I want to know from you guys, I've been talking a lot, so I want to know from you, sisters, what did y'all think? First of all, did y'all watch last night, and what did y'all think about the show that they presented? Let's see. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go. So I did tune in. I didn't see the very beginning. I missed some of the beginning, but it was totally epic. It was just epic. It was like a vibe and an energy. So you may or may not know this about me, but I am the type of person that on a regular basis listens to music from the 90s, early 2000s. I pretty much don't listen to anything that's current. So for me, like I was like in this amazing jamming space that just felt like it just felt like a vibe. It felt like an energy, and it was just exactly what you needed, exactly what I needed. It was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was legendary. Like if you wasn't there, you missed out. I got there right like when it was like I think I tried to sign in before 7 because I was like, I'm not gonna miss it this time. I'm not missing it. I'm not missing any parts of this. And when I tell you it brought back so many memories, like every song that they played reminded me about a time, a love, like a crush. Like, oh my gosh, I was on the verge of tears because I'm like, oh my gosh, these were the good old days. Like, it was amazing. It was beautiful. I
It was
loved it. I
really
wish
great.
it didn't end. I wish they didn't break IG because I wanted it to just keep on going.
Seriously. So yeah, I had so much fun watching it. And also like I had so much fun watching the comments as well. Because it was so many celebrities in there and so many celebrities that had worked with them. So it was
Yeah.
like almost like being in the room with these people, like and just experiencing the vibe. So that was really cool.
Yes, when I saw Mariah Carey popped up, she's my favorite. When I saw her popped up, I was like, that's Mariah. Like I was, yeah, it was awesome. Oh my
You were
gosh.
Yeah.
fangirling.
Yeah, I was fangirling.
Isn't it funny
Yeah.
how we were just all just people? Like we were all people just having an experience. Like, yes, the lambs were like, dude, Mariah Carey is here. Like, and y'all know Mariah was my Beyonce before there was a Beyonce. Like I totally love her. But there were so many people on there. Like I'm sitting here listening to Tyrese talk and Snoop Dogg talk. And I
Yes.
even was talking to Tyrese. I was like, did you just say that you had two babies to this song? Like what? It was just, but we were all just people. We were just all people
Yeah.
enjoying a moment together, which I loved.
And
I
when I'm sorry, when the honorable Michelle Obama came in the room, it was amazing to see so many people just reach out to her. I was like, oh my gosh, legendary. It was amazing. It was
yeah,
amazing.
there was a lot. There were a lot of kings and queens and royalty in
Yes.
that room, and not just the celebrities, but also just the people. Like it was
Yeah.
so good to be able to see people, and it was like people were really unified in that moment. Even though like everybody was like, "Oh, it's Teddy Riley got this one. Oh, Babyface got this round," and like it was like that kind of energy. But it was coming from such a good place
It
that it
was.
was like there was if there could have been one night where nothing bad happened, it probably was that night. Because
Yeah.
first of all, the most that I saw on there was 511,000. So half a
But,
million
but
people.
a lot of people couldn't even get on. So they were watching from like other venues like Periscope. People were on Periscope and they was putting it up. So I'm sure it was a lot more.
There was a
Yeah.
lot more. So I think the numbers that I heard was like 2 million people that were watching
More.
last night. And I know that there's even more than that because people are in homes and they're watching with other people and hopefully social distancing.
Right.
uh, but there was so many people that were tuned in, and so it was just a really amazing experience for all of us who are experiencing like this crazy pandemic all together, but to be able to have opportunity to experience like this amazing moment of hope and past and
Yeah.
history and legends and just all this together at the same time in the same, like not in the same room, but in the same room, like in the same space,
Right.
kind of just,
Yeah.
I think 2020 is really teaching us that we're all human. Isn't that like, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. We're literally having this crazy, strange shared experience with COVID-19. Like everybody is going through this very, very strange experience, but we also got to have some of the beauty of that, which I thought was really powerful, is like we got to have a really good collective moment, which
Right.
cannot be taken away. So I really love that.
And which I don't think would have happened at all without this whole COVID-19 thing.
Exactly. Totally agree.
Yeah. So, okay. So I would like for you guys to share with me what you thought was the best moment of the night. And I know that might be hard.
Oh my goodness, the best
Okay,
moment.
my favorite moment, I don't know if it's the best moment, but my favorite moment was, I mean, Babyface is kind of shady, like in the smoothest way possible. I mean, he was so shady, but when he was like, is that a remix? When he was like, is that a remix? When Teddy Riley played the Janet song and he was like, oh, I don't do remixes. That level of shade that was passed off so smoothly was one of my favorite moments. The other thing that I really enjoyed was all of the little storytelling between. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I remember talking to Michael about that. Oh yeah, I remember. I mean that. Anyways, those would be my answers.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can't even pinpoint like just one favorite moment. Um, I don't know when Babyface brought out his guitar and started serenading just to me.
Is that what happened?
I mean, yes, he was singing to me. I don't know about y'all, but he was singing to me.
I was there too.
That that was a memorable moment. And then just I don't know, it was just I can't just pull one out. It was just so many. Oh my gosh, just so many things. It was beautiful. I just loved it so much. So, but that's one moment of time that I can think of.
I feel you. For me, I really enjoyed when Babyface pulled out his guitar as well. But even though, okay, so y'all know Babyface and Teddy Riley broke the internet. So when they had this whole thing, first of all, Teddy Riley couldn't find his charger. Like, dude, would you not? Okay, so I don't know if his phone died or he got kicked out or I don't know what happened, but for some reason, the connection was lost. And so I was still on Babyface's account for a little while, like watching Babyface try to figure it out. And he's like, should I play a song or should I, like, what should I do? I don't think it's fair for me to play a song, and then he pulls out his guitar and he's like, I'm gonna sing y'all something. So of course, you know, the crowd was going wild. They like, you know, and then he's like, well, it's not fair if I do an R&B song. So I'm gonna do one of my white songs.
Yes.
I was like, what does he mean a white song? Like, what is that? Is that like a new genre? Like what? Okay.
And then he pulled out the Eric Clapton for him, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I love that song. Yes.
So I love that. That was like one of my favorite moments. And I know it wasn't a part technically of the verses, but it was
totally
such a
counts. Totally counts.
Such a good moment. So everybody I've been seeing a bunch of memes lately talking about, well, Babyface equals the wedding and Teddy Riley equals the reception. What do you guys think about that? Was it even fair for them to do a verses? Are they in the, like, what do you think? Go ahead.
I think that's disrespectful. I think when you've got two living legends who put this much into the music, and they, like, my thing is always come from a place of gratitude. So I was like super grateful that they were doing this for us. But what I will say about this wedding versus reception, I feel like Teddy was the reception and Babyface was that first night of the honeymoon. You feel me? That was the vibe. That was the energy. Like Teddy was like, let's party. Let me show y'all. You know, he had a couple of good slow jams so that you could really feel some things. But when you was ready to go on, take it back home after that wedding and consummate your marriage, Face had it, right? So that would be what I have to say about that.
Okay.
I agree.
I can dig that. I think Teddy was definitely saying throughout the whole time, like, we're gonna take you back to the club, we're going back to the club. And Babyface, he kind of looked a little annoyed. He was kind of like, I'm trying to take them to the bedroom. He had his candles behind him. Like he was ready to go. Okay.
So smooth. Oh my gosh. I was with Babyface the whole night. I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to the club. Come on, sing to me. I want the love songs. I mean, I love the club. Like the club music was cool because that brought back a lot of memories too. But I was like, I want the love songs.
Yeah.
I thought that their transitions were so funny. Like between like people have first before I even say that, with the wedding and reception thing, I don't feel that is disrespectful. I think people mean it in a good way. I think that they mean that, like, you know, you can play both of them on the same night, and those are who you're gonna play because they're the legends, they're the classics. So
okay, I'm here for that. I'm here for that explanation.
They go together.
They go together. I love it.
But yeah, I think that the transitions that they had between the songs was so interesting and hilarious. Like Babyface, you already mentioned, like he was really shady. He, you know, he's like, okay,
awesome,
all right, that's what you played, okay, you know, and Teddy Riley, like it was like Babyface would play a hit, and then Teddy Riley would just get up like.
I'll be right back. He just leaves the room.
I was trying to figure out what he was doing. I'm like, is he going to go ask for a request? Like, what is he doing? Why he getting up? Sit down.
I don't know. Fun. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. But yeah, so that was one, also another one of my favorite moments from last night. Yeah. Just like seeing them play with each other and just have fun. And I had a thought like, oh my God, it would be so fun. Like them two would be so fun to have at one of our family gatherings, playing like Heads Up or Taboo.
Oh my gosh.
Because y'all know we're very competitive family, like when it comes to like these board games and stuff, we always play games. Y'all know we play Sister Card Revolt.
No, I'm saying, and we're shady. And we're shady.
And we're shady. But like, you know, when we play Sister Card Revoked and like all that stuff, so we play games, like, you know, and I think they would be so fun to have like as team captains, just like going after each other. What do y'all think? What game do y'all think they would be?
I agree, and I feel like yes, they were competitive. Like they were like, I'm gonna get this round. I'm like, they were really competitive. But you can tell the level of respect they had for each other, which I was just like, that was so beautiful. That respect that they had for each other. Yeah, they're trying to, you know, show out, but they're like still respecting each other. And for the record, I would be on Babyface's team. Just saying.
The way you rubbing your neck. The way you rubbing your neck, I feel like I want to be on the opposite team because you'll be too distracted to win. So I'm on Teddy's team. Let's go, Teddy. Let's go ahead and rock this game of Taboo. Okay? Or charades, because I know you like to move your body around.
He would be good at charades.
He would be so good with charades.
Yeah.
He really would.
Well, if this video ever gets to Teddy Riley or to Babyface, y'all are more than welcome to come to one of our family gatherings and play some board games with us, play charades with us, because listen, we see you. We with you. Okay. So do y'all have anything else y'all want to say before we get to the big question?
I just want to know what the big question is.
No.
Big question. Well, y'all see, I have my Teddy over here, and I have my Babyface over here. So I want to know, who do you think won? Teddy?
Are you going to do a Kiki Shepherd from Apollo?
Or Baby? Okay, if it's Teddy, let me hear the.
Go Teddy.
Okay, Teddy. And if it's Face, so
you know what? Personally, I think it's not fair because they both did an awesome job. I'm just gonna call it as a draw because I just loved them both. It was beautiful, and the way they brought all of us together. I'm just gonna call it as a draw. They both won in my book. They both won.
Yeah, and I'm not going to call it a blowout. And I think that that's the difference, right? There are people who are talking about it and they're like, oh, Face won, Face kicked his butt. Face didn't kick his butt. He made some selections that were very good and won in certain instances. And there were some instances where Teddy just didn't quite calculate the right song in that moment. If he had moved some songs around, some things could have been different. So with the incredible amount of music that they have in their portfolio that they have participated in helping to create for this world, I'm not saying that there was a clear-cut winner. What I'm saying about this particular situation was that these fellas, might have edged some things out differently if they came with the competitive edge needed to make sure that the song beat that particular song in that round. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. I hear you. And I mean, I'm not gonna say that they tied, because in my opinion they didn't. I
I agree, but I have who I think is a winner, and I'm sure y'all could guess who I thought was the winner. But
We
they
know.
did such an awesome job that I don't want to call it.
But that wasn't what the competition was.
I don't want to call it.
Swiss and Timberland said y'all need to have a face-off, and who plays the better music per round, that's how this game goes, then that's who's gonna win.
But I actually lost count. Like at first I was like, okay, Face got this one. Okay, Teddy got this one. And then I don't know when I lost count, but I was like, man, this music, I was just singing and dancing.
Yeah.
I ain't care anymore. It was just
there are trackers online though.
Huh?
I was saying there are trackers online where people have written out this song versus that song. Yeah.
They were tracking, but I lost track of who I thought won at that time. And I was just enjoying it.
And there's this is not like paid advertisement or anything, but there is a playlist now on Tidal for this whole night.
Really?
So if you have Tidal and you want to go listen to the playlist, they created a playlist.
That's
so
amazing.
You can check it out. My winner is Babyface.
Yeah.
I just thought that he understood the game that he was playing, and he understood the challenge that was there. And so he brought out some of his great pieces. I was a little bit sad that we didn't get to see everything that he was gonna come out with, because we didn't get the Whitney. We didn't get the Whitney until afterwards, where he did like a little Whitney Mariah mashup kind of thing. And so we didn't see that until after, like when it was over, because they broke the internet. But I think I don't know what Teddy. I would have liked to see what Teddy would have done when he brought out those pieces, because I felt like Teddy brought out his MJ kind of early. I'm glad.
What was the last song going to be? That's my question. Like, you're sort of revving up. What were you saving, right? Because you got to have something in that back pocket. Oh man, I'm about to remember this one down, and ain't nobody gonna remember nothing you played tonight. Like, there had to be those songs we just didn't quite get to.
Yeah, I know. So the world may never know, but what we do know is that history was made last night. Not only did we get to be in the same room as living legends and experience their music and experience their sound and hear some amazing stories that we might not have ever had an opportunity to hear, but we also saw them break Instagram Live. Literally, like.
And you know what? I'm just gonna say this. I don't know if I'm gonna get don't at me. But I just feel like the support that they got from it only goes to show that we need our own platform for things like this. Like, Instagram is cool, but if we had our own platform to portray this, you know how big that could have been.
Absolutely.
Just
and
my own thoughts.
I definitely agree with you, and a lot of other people agree with you. Listen, I know that if the Black Lady Theater was allowed to have a whole, like, people in the space, we would have been like, hey, come to our venue and shoot it live from our space. And y'all are
Yeah.
always welcome to do that whenever you see this. But you're not the only one who thinks that, Shells. Also, Diddy actually got on to his live in the middle of, I think Babyface was playing behind him, but in the middle of like them trying to figure out everything. And Diddy was like, this just goes to show you that when Black people and people of color and people who are supportive all get together in the same room and have the same energy behind something, look at the amount of power that we really have and what we're able to do. Look at the numbers, you know?
Right.
And I didn't see, and usually y'all know it be trolls all over Instagram comments and stuff like that.
I didn't
There
see
was
any
nothing, like, I
troll.
didn't see any. I don't know if you guys saw any, but I didn't see any like
I didn't see
trolling or any. It was all love, and it was so beautiful. And even like Diddy, I don't know, someone in his background, they was like, get on, you're gonna miss your chance to get back in the room. And he was like, I
Yep.
don't care, I'm not trying to get back in the room, I'm trying to tell these people about how powerful we are. We powerful, man. And I was just like, yes, he's so right. And so Rochelle, Shelly, you're not the only one who thinks that.
Yeah.
Diddy agrees with you, girl.
Hey.
So anyways, well, thank you guys so much for joining me today, Cece and Shelly. And thank you to our sisterhood and our viewers who watched and tuned in. Please let us know who you think won. Was it Teddy or was it Face? Was it Teddy or was it Okay, so you let us know which one. You let us know who you think won in the comments. We would love to know and hear from you. Please do remember to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the little bell for notifications so you can know when we are going live and talking to you, our sisters. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.